Hey everybody, good morning. It's your boy, Young Dryer Sheet, here with this super wrinkled shirt, looking fresh. So, I'm about 4 videos into the channel so far, so I just wanted to just stop and just tell you kind of why I'm doing this, I guess, for the most part. Um, I am I am somebody that suffers from general anxiety disorder and somebody that suffers from frequent panic attacks and that kind of thing. And I think a lot of what it has to do with is just general overall stress, just things going on in life, different big life changes and things that I just wasn't prepared for. A lot of which I'm very excited for, actually. So there's some very good things happening, as well as some things that are kind of hard. Just dealing with like jobs and just normal, just day-to-day stuff, the stuff that everybody has to deal with. Um, I've always been an anxious person. I think it stemmed from elementary school, going into middle school, high school. If you couldn't tell from videos before, I do have a stutter. I do have a speech impediment, and that has always been something that's made me kind of try to go above and beyond a little bit. I've always been kind of self-conscious about what other people thought about me all the time. I would always try to be kind of the funny guy or whatever to try to like compensate for this because growing up, kids are mean. You know that kids are little jerks, and and growing up with a stutter, with a speech impediment, a lot of people like tend to look at it like there's some sort of a mental disorder with you of some sort, and that's not the case. It's not like any kind of a disability per se. It's In my case, it's usually my brain is running much faster than what my mouth is able to articulate out to you when I'm speaking to people, and so it used to be really, really bad. It's manageable now. Like I could sit here and have a conversation, but it's going to pop up, and I'm sure that you've seen it in videos so far. And I think that's kind of just where a lot of the start of just my social anxiety started, and then just being just worried about people around me, what they thought about me, that kind of thing. Eventually that just kind of turned into just this just general anxiety where I was just always anxious and just unsure of what was going on, in my life, and just like um, then I'll start to just worry about things that are completely out of control, you know, and just for like years. I mean, that's just what I dealt with, and it was fine. Just I mean, a lot of people have anxiety. I mean, that's a pretty probably the most common mental issue for anybody at this point. Within recent months, though, these things have developed into somewhat of a more of a panic disorder, with the feelings of impending doom coming out of nowhere, where I would just start shaking so much and just scared, terrified, shaking to where the point where I felt like I was having a seizure at times because it was just so violent. Um, and then just thoughts about the thought would pop into my head that I'm having a heart attack, because things would happen like I would feel chest pain, trouble seeing, I would have I would get tunnel vision, blacking out, that kind of thing when the panic attacks got that bad. And so I've been seeking help for that, and going through all the different medical methods and things like that. But the main thing that I wanted to do really, I've always been a creative person growing up. I've always felt the need to create somehow. I'm not sure if you've seen in the videos. I'm a little bit of a musician. I've been in bands, all throughout high school. Growing up, I was in like punk rock bands, and then into death metal bands and hardcore bands, and that kind of stuff. And then I kind of turned to just ambient music and down tempo music, and I think I kind of turned to those quieter, softer styles of music as like a way to kind of cope with anxiety and things like that, just to mellow myself out. But recently, just the music, it just hasn't been happening for me. I just haven't written, I haven't produced. So I feel like there was this kind of void of creativity in my life at this point. Um, and and with this void, of like just not doing something, not making something, I feel like the anxiety just kind of increased a lot and kind of led towards, led towards these panicky episodes and things like that. And last year when I started skateboarding, I seemed to kind of find a bit of like a refuge in that, I guess you would say. Skateboarding in and of itself, I guess I kind of look at it as like a creative activity because there's not really anybody coaching you on what to do. You just kind of go out, have fun, work on things for yourself, try to develop a style, try to like, learn tricks. So it always felt kind of like a creative outlet to me. Um, and then so that's really what got me into it last year, and I've been enjoying it. I've I've lost probably somewhere in the range of 30 pounds since I started doing it. My blood pressure, I was very much pre hypertensive, not exactly hypertensive, but pre hypertensive. And my blood pressure is now back in check, due to just the exercise and just trying to get out, you know, plus, trying to eat a little bit better, I'm not crazy with like the kale or anything weird like that, but I do tend to eat better, avoid like, sodas and stuff like that. So that's helped as well. But overall, skateboarding has had this like positive health impact in my life, and with the added benefit of it's helped me deal with anxiety. And um, and uh, but I think the one thing that was missing was the actual creation process. Making, I like to have something to put out into the world. um, when I was in bands, I always loved, playing shows for people, giving people that came out to shows something to like listen to dance to like mosh to, whatever. And then when I got into music production and stuff, I would I would create like, these electronic tracks, for people to just vibe out to, or like, I would like DJ every once in a while, and just I enjoyed just making something for somebody else to consume. And I think that's what's brought me here now. I've enjoyed skateboarding so much. I'm really inspired by watching a lot of older skateboarders on YouTube, share their journeys and their struggles, and that kind of thing. And so, like like a big shout out to Progression Daily, uh, Skate the Fat Away. He's awesome. I like his stuff. But just Skate Crisis as well. But I enjoy watching these people that are kind of in the same boat where they're older, they're getting back into this for reasons of health or just wanting something to do. And I enjoy watching the struggles that they have because the struggles that they have feel like the struggles that I'm having getting back into it. Um, and so I've just enjoyed, being back and creating something again for other people to look at. I enjoy just the process of just journaling, as well. Because I would like to be able to, in a year or so, go back and look at, okay, so I couldn't do like a front side shove, and then, hopefully in a year, I'll be able to do this fine, and I would like to be able to see that progress for myself. And so it's not really super important to me if people start following this, per se. Like, if they do, cool. But I just enjoy the creative process, and so uh, and just being out there, just making something again. And so pretty much that's why I started doing this channel. It's not to like show off, rad tricks, because obviously I don't have any rad tricks right now at this point. Maybe a year or two down the road, we'll see. But anyway, in the meantime, I'm enjoying just doing this for you guys, or for myself. And And that's pretty much it. I just wanted to make this video just to talk about like the background, why this whole thing started, why we're doing this, and kind of like explain where my head's at going into this, and also to like honestly to like address like kind of the like speech issues and stuff, because like I feel like at some point it's gonna come up in like comments. People are gonna ask like hey what's going on? You sound weird, but and so that's just part of it. Um, but plans for the future. Obviously, I've only been skating at the skate park. I do have some like street spots that I like to like go out to and like roll around. I've got some areas where there's some like little small like stair sets that I'd like to work on in the future. There's a couple gaps. Different areas that I'd like to take the camera out to skate. So all the videos aren't going to be either A in my driveway or B at the skate park here, and we might travel out to other skate parks too at some point. There's definitely a few that I want to go visit and just like do like a review of and just see like what's going on in the area. And so yeah, those are the hopeful plans for the future, and that's pretty much it for right now. So I guess just if you're watching this isn't the normal kind of thing that I would do. Normally there would be some skating, some like action, a little more fun, but this is just to talk to you guys and say, hey, what's up? What's going on? What's the deal? And all right, so follow back. I don't know what that was. Subscribe if you can. Following is not on YouTube. That's an Instagram thing, I believe. I don't know. Anyway, subscribe if you have not already. Just shoot me a message, leave me a comment. Let me know what you want to see. That kind of thing. Any encouragement, any discouragement, that's fine too. Whatever you want to do. All right, cool. All right, it was good talking to you guys this morning. Hope you enjoy your work day. I am off work today, and so that's cool. So I don't know, maybe I'll go roll around at some point, but I'm probably not going to film any skating today. This will probably just be it. All right, I will see you later.